Henry Ford was born on July 30, 1863, in a small farming community near Dearborn, Michigan. His parents were William and Mary Ford, and he was the eldest of their 6 children. From a young age, Henry showed an interest in machines and mechanics, and he would often tinker with engines and machinery in his spare time. In 1879, at the age of 16, Henry moved to Detroit to work as an apprentice machinist. He spent the next few years learning the trade and gaining experience working in various machine shops around the city. In 1882, he returned to his family's farm to help out for a short time, but he soon returned to Detroit to continue pursuing his passion for mechanics. In 1891, Henry became an engineer with the Edison Illuminating Company in Detroit. He quickly rose through the ranks and was eventually promoted to chief engineer. During his time at the company, Henry became interested in the emerging field of automobiles, and he began building his own car in his spare time. In 1899, Henry left the Edison Illuminating Company to start his own automobile company, the Detroit Automobile Company. However, the venture was not successful, and the company was dissolved just 2 years later. Undeterred, Henry continued to work on his own car designs, and in 1903, he founded the Ford Motor Company. The early years of the Ford Motor Company were challenging, and it took several years before the company began to turn a profit. However, Henry was determined to succeed, and he focused on developing a car that would be affordable for the average person. In 1908, he introduced the Model T, which quickly became a huge success and transformed the automobile industry. The Model T was a revolutionary car that was both reliable and affordable. It was built using an innovative assembly line process that allowed for mass production, and it was priced at just $850, making it affordable for the average American. The Model T quickly became the most popular car in America, and by 1913, Ford was producing more than 200,000 of them each year. Henry's success with the Model T made him a millionaire, and he continued to innovate and expand his company over the next few decades. In 1914, he introduced the world's first moving assembly line, which allowed Ford to produce cars more quickly and efficiently than ever before. This innovation helped to revolutionize manufacturing around the world and made cars even more affordable for consumers. In addition to his success with the Ford Motor Company, Henry was also a pioneer in the field of labor relations. He implemented a $5 per day wage for his workers, which was almost double the average wage at the time. This move helped to increase productivity and reduce employee turnover, and it helped to establish Ford as a company that cared about its workers. Throughout his life, Henry remained focused on innovation and improvement. He continued to work on new car designs and technologies, and he also became interested in aviation, sponsoring several aviation experiments and building a few planes of his own. Henry Ford died on April 7, 1947, at the age of 84. He left behind a legacy of innovation and success, and his contributions to the automobile industry and manufacturing continue to impact the world today. His company, the Ford Motor Company, is still one of the largest and most successful automobile manufacturers in the world, and it continues to innovate and push the boundaries of what is possible.